So Stadia's biggest release to date has arrived in the form of the uber-hyped 80s-inspired Cyberpunk 2077. One of the biggest unanswered questions leading up to its release is how well Cyberpunk is able to run on Google Stadia. We've played through the opening hour to work out just how well it runs on Google's game streaming platform and answer some of your most prominent queries. Thanks for watching 9to5Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. Right up top, we're not here to discuss the story arc of Cyberpunk 2077, making this completely spoiler free. Let's answer some of your burning questions right up front so that you can just get into Night City for yourself. So, what resolution does Cyberpunk run natively on Stadia? You've got a couple of options. If you prefer 60 FPS, then you're capped at 1080p with the high frame rate mode, while 4K UHD is currently capped at 30 FPS with the visual mode activated. According to the guys over at Stadia Source, who have done a deep dive into the visuals, we recommend you check out via the link in the description. I'd personally suggest opting for 1080p 60 FPS if you want the best balance of visuals and smooth gaming experience, especially when things start to get a bit hectic on screen and in-game. So how do the graphics stack up from the pre-release trailers and snippets? Well, surprisingly well. It's a pretty smooth experience once in full flow, with no noticeable visual flaws or issues at all, beyond some in-game bugs not related to those visuals. Things look crisp and clean, which is far more visible when playing the game than viewing screen captures. Well, what about the loading times then? Well, they are relatively quick, as this is an open world game. Loading portions are very well hidden, with things being extra rapid with no texture pop-ins that sometimes plague larger open world titles. So did we see any noticeable frame drops or stutters? Well, while it's sometimes impossible to see individual frame drops, with gigabit connection over Wi-Fi and when playing in Chrome, there were no major frame rate drops of note. If you've played any of the other Stadia AAA titles in recent months, it's smooth with a gamepad or keyboard and mouse combo, and it's especially smooth when using that 60 FPS 1080p combo, as I mentioned previously. Some of you are probably questioning if there really are no downloads or updates. Well, yeah, right from launch, as this is game streaming after all, Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia was ready to go with a day one update pre-installed server side, with no need to download anything other than the Stadia app for Android. Well, but what if you have an iPhone or an iPad? Can you play Cyberpunk 2077? Well, unfortunately, as of December 9th, Stadia has not yet launched the official ability to play games like Cyberpunk 2077 from your iOS device. In the meantime though, there are third-party apps like Stadium that can play the game, but because this is a workaround, your experience may vary and you may have issues with Bluetooth controllers, at least until the progressive web app comes to iPhone and Apple devices in the coming weeks. So if you're itching to play Cyberpunk 2077 and maybe don't have a capable PC, or indeed missed out on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, then you can always repurpose your current hardware to enjoy 2020's most hyped and anticipated gaming title. Let's also hope that all of your burning questions have been answered on probably the biggest release to hit Stadia in its year-long lifespan. If you have any other questions that we can answer, let us know down in the comment section below. But as always, this is Damien with 9to5Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.